Welcome everyone to episode 24 of 4D, Dev's Daily Dose of Dota. I'm your host, Michael Deficit Plumley, and today's episode starts with a pretty common thought, I think. You play a game, you lose. And you think to yourself, oh, I got caught out of position a lot, I died, I got ganked over and over. There was a Bat Rider, or there was a Storm Spirit. I wish there was a hero that was invisible all the time. Oh yeah, Riki. This draft, this game we'll be enjoying today is from VG Gaming, Hyperglory team. Star Ladder Star Series, Season 11. It's going to be featuring a Riki coming out. Not very popular in the current meta. Has gotten a reworking.
Dire team pick.
And it rounds out a draft for VG Gaming that features some good supports. We can take that off of there. Ogre Magi Jakira, you're going to have some pushing power. But you already have a Terrorblade carry. Let's get a Riki in here as well. It's going to go well against the Bat Rider. The Bat Rider won't, at least in the early game, be searching for pickoffs. There's this Ancient Apparition who seems to be the target of many, many murders in past 4D episodes.
5 seconds remaining.
Not a lot of ways to get away. So the Riki comes out.
Reserve time.
And Hyperglory team are probably going to spend a bit of their time, a bit of their reserve, all if they want, to figure out what they want to combat this Riki. He's quite a good carry. I mean, invisibility aside, backstab, multiplying his agility once he gets gear. And he has a high agility gain as well. So he's going to do significant damage. Ice. We see from his icon how he feels about it. You saw the neon cat. I'm not going to play you the video, but if you like cats, you'll love Neon Cat. As Ice picks up the Riki. Black, the other carry this game on a Terrorblade. Super on his Invoker. Need to do an episode on that guy.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
But the Riki, something that I had been looking for more replays of. And I think there's some lag here at the start. Like a lot of lag. But it's going now. In HGT Hyperglory team, we're going to have stand-in air on the mid lane Brewmaster. Kaka on the Bat Rider. Turning one of his strengths, roaming, ganking ability into almost a weakness. If you have permanent invisibility, you can catch him out of position. The Ancient Apparition has died many a times in a 4D episode. ZSMJ on the Weaver. And we see Riki not even in a lane. He's placing a nice ward here. You can switch to their vision. Gets fantastic vision if he's pulling. Might block the camp. That invisibility, you can get it at level 1 now, 8-second delay, so why not use it to scout? Why not use it to get into their jungle, place down an advantageous ward, and then just get out? They did nerf your right-click damage, 41, at the start of the game, so you can't last hit very well.
The battle
so we actually see him roaming, using another block here, preventing that Bat Rider. And also not blocking this easy camp. This isn't much of a easy in difficulty, but it's really close to the lane. This is probably their safest camp to block. So alright, now every time he wants to farm, he's going to be a little closer. He's going to have to come over to here, to this camp. And we see Riki not running out with the lane, but Ice is looking for opportunities. It looks like he's going to block this camp too at the 30-second mark, standing in it. I love to do that on Riki and Bounty Hunter. And this Rune of Haste and Firefly. Well, he's only going to get about 110 gold there. And Riki can move back into lane and begin on last hitting. It's the 50-second mark. We see ZSMJ. He's got a sentry and an observer in lane, so he should have a great time here. Riki, as we mentioned, does low damage, But /iceiceice is just trying to get level 2. He wants these creeps to die. He knows that if he has to pull back to the tower, that would be okay. He's very close to that next level. We see him cheekily pulling the lane there. We can just hop that back 10 seconds. Just dragging them back. He wants them back, so he attacks the Weaver, attacks the Ancient Apparition, and the lane pulls back a little more. Got to deny there, but he's level 2 now, regardless. Now able to pick up backstab. Going to do more damage from behind, you can see that. 0.5. You already start out with practically 40 agility, so that's going to be 20 extra damage. So a 50% increase, and all you have to do is just attack from behind. This will become very useful once you actually have agility gear to add in. And he's having a tough time, but it's an 8-second fade delay. We see /iceiceice timing that pretty well, falling to about 15% health, but it's kicking in. And he's almost level 3 now. This tower should do significant damage. He instantly picks up a second point and backstab. Another 10 damage. So if he attacks from behind now, we can go to that and look at Riki. What a difference it makes. 66 damage as opposed to... We can check that again. 66. 66 again from the back, compared with 46. So, substantially easier, and he dragged the lane all the way past the creep camp. Or past the tower. And he's just able to stay competitive. You see, he's only at 3 last hits, but the levels are quite good. He's level 3. And he hasn't died yet. And he begins roaming. Bat Rider, not having a great time. Couldn't clear out this camp. And has mud golems. Good luck with those. And we see /iceiceice sitting in the camp at the 3-minute mark just to block the camp. Oh, he would have loved to have chained that. He doesn't have to run all the way back to this one because it's already been warded by him. And he just puts down another ward. Beautiful range here. I need to be using this sentry location more. I think he even sees it. He does. 450 gold. More coming his way now. And AA, what can he do? You're gonna go back stealth after 8 seconds. Can they get an open? 6 HP. Close. Sometimes you die there. /iceiceice is probably feeling a little lucky that he didn't. Because he really just wants to sit in lane and soak up XP. It's 2v1. He could use some more points. Permanent invisibility, getting that -2 second fade delay. It's definitely more than just a 1 value point, I think, for most playstyles. ZSMJ just continuing to farm on the Weaver, having the time of his life. The best night of his life. Observer Ward Sentry.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
His Ancient Apparition is pulling for him to make that lane come back even further, and to just deny more XP from Riki. But getting another 40 gold there. Good job, Riki. Going back to last hits, he's got 5, but he's got enough for boots. And he's slowly regenning HP. You can see the second talent, Permanent Invisibility, in addition to controlling how fast you go back invisible. It also just gives you some extra HP regen. 4, 5, 6, 7. The HP regen, much less of an increase. That could be a value point consideration. Now that he's level 4, we see him picking up rank 2 along with a smoke screen, but Riki's low HP and a dive along with dust from AA and Weaver claim a kill. But hey, that's okay. It's early on. You're only level 5, you're going to resurrect in just 2 seconds. And he might have bought a TP scroll before it happened. You see, still 52 damage, but better than he was earlier. 2.9, so almost 3 damage per level. You're going to ramp up quite quickly. compared with an Ogre Magi. Only 2.4. The Weaver, opposing team carry, only 2.5. Terrorblade, I think, is pretty good. 3.2 agility per level. So the whole team could use levels here. And limiting the farm of this Batrider. As we see Ice roam up towards the top rune. Why not? You're invisible. And just take an invisibility rune for himself. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. And just look at Batrider's first real attempt at a double stack or a triple stack. But what's this Riki's hanging around to? He's at least able to leech XP. And Batrider being forced away. Might have sensed the Riki in the jungle. VG's Fenrir on the Ogre Magi, supporting his carry with this rotation. This tower is still up, but so is this ward placed early on. And the real action is happening in the bottom lane. But with that, Riki, hey, he can start getting some last hits. He was at 5 just a second ago. He's already increased that by 60%. Another 40 gold falling his way. 45. And he start pushing up towards that next item. 450 gold lets him add in some more agility, or buy his first medium-sized piece. That's only a creep wave or two, which he's that much closer to now, choosing to roam back top.
Dire's bottom tower is under
He
attack.
can continue farming, perhaps pick something up at the side shop. And Ogre Magi is here in support this time. You say, hey, the Weaver can just Shikuchi away. Well, not if he's fire blasted.
Dire's structures are fortified.
This is their opportunity,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
and they're able to secure it. We look at that Riki burst. Though, it is worth noting the stun was very key, the support there. But Weaver, able to hit for 59 damage, even though, after the armor reduction, or before it, he only does 55. All because of this backstab. Making sure he's behind. And he's just getting that free bonus damage. Requires a little bit of extra maneuvering. But Ice is up for it, and he quickly goes back in. Picking up 6, blink striking, securing a kill. Fantastic burst of damage. He's not hitting for a lot, only 55 or so, but it's still early. Level 6, smoke screen. And blink strike does provide you with a little extra DPS. We see him now rotating towards the bottom lane. And oh, Ancient Apparition died. I'm shocked. But jumping back into the game, Riki gets to continue farming.
Radiant's
Ancient
top
Apparition,
tower
he'll
is
be
under
back up
attack.
soon. Don't distress, my friend. You're still low level. Just to make sure he makes it alright. Yeah, there he is. 600 HP though.
Radiant's top tower
He will
is
soon
under
become a
attack.
squishy target for Riki. Once he... Well, he's already maxed out backstab. Starts adding in potentially a Midas detour, but once he starts adding in those agility items, he'll really come online. And in the meantime, the mid lane, you saw the draft at the
Radiant's
beginning.
top
There's a
tower is
Jakiro.
under
They're able to
attack.
push. Ogre Magi. Fenrir getting the kill for that last gank on Weaver in top lane. And Riki continuing to roam. Looking at their vision.
Dire's
You see
bottom
they have
tower
excellent
is
vision of
under
the jungle.
attack.
He could come up in near here if he'd like. He sees Batrider is on the way. Choosing not to block the camps, but just to know when he's there. More mud golems having to be used by the Batrider. It's 10 minutes in. Only now is he catching up to that blink dagger. And when we look at the net worth, still very competitive for Riki.
Well-gotten gains.
Batrider, he's not tops level. In part because of those blocks. With the very key sentry here. Making it so he only has a little closer of a jungle to farm. A little closer to the Riki's top lane. And that's where Riki has returned. Letting Ogre Magi happily gain levels. Sure, sit in lane. Fine with me. You're gonna give me potentially a multicast stun, level 3 as a result? I would love it. There's the stun. It is a ×2 multicast. Shikuchi away immediately.
Dire's
Into a time
middle
lapse.
tower is under attack.
That's gonna be on cooldown for 56 seconds. Riki, you didn't die at least. And now with an Orb of Venom, 10% slow. Well, that might not matter with Shikuchi. Move at maximum speed. Not sure if that comes off.
Radiant's bottom tower
But his
is
main
under
task
attack.
now is just to continue to farm. 800 gold. If he wants to go for a Midas, he's around 600 away.
Dire's
He could pick
middle
up
tower
power
has
treads.
been denied.
His attack speed is getting quicker by the level. That is also going down as a result of a high primary attribute gain. He's level 8 and it's already at 1 second per attack. That's good to know. 46 gold. Just hitting the mark here. 100 gold. Gets it denied too. 50 gold from a range creep. Don't always see that. And we can just see the lack of movement on his screen. He's just staying in the box, staying in the box. Sure, he might be looking at the mini-map. I mean, there's a ton of stuff going on in the jungle. And he is, you see him peek, but trying to continue to focus in lane. We see him run away here. The dust caught him off guard,
Exposed
and he will fall down
to the
to a
elements.
Reaver rotation. That was just Weaver doing work. Only 300 gold going his way, though it set back to Riki. Didn't purchase anything in that, and we do see it on his buy panel, the Hand of Midas. And there's a pause, but this is a replay, so we can speed it up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And Weaver immediately is engaged on by VG Super. He's super good at Invoker. Kappa.
Radiant's top tower
But Zetus
is under
MJ
attack.
has played a few Weaver games in his time. Shikuchi in a way,
Radiant's top tower
one last
has
bottle
been
charge.
denied.
And a smoke gank from Hyper Glory team is in tow. The Bat Rider with a fresh blink dagger, you can't hold him down forever. Looking to move out on Super. And they will ultimately secure a gank
Radiant's
in
middle
Riki's
tower
lane. He's
is
running
under
back now.
attack.
He was farming up mid. But could he have done anything? That was a pretty large committal. 3 people for
Radiant's
1.
bottom tower is
Fenrir
under
getting
attack.
caught out now as well, though. Ice, just walks away. Fenrir, he's getting DPS by 4 people. And although he's an ogre, he only has so much HP at his level. He has a Warren charge, but Ice only hitting for 61 damage every second. 400 damage. That would take 4 seconds to kill that guy. And he'd be your best bet. Minimum. So instead, he lies in wait. He lets this ignite tick down. Oh. You know what? Thanks, Ogre Magi. You got this guy down to 184 damage.
What you see is
The dust
what
of
gets
appearance does reveal him, though. But he's still got a kill. And you know what? I know. You're looking at him dying, but what's that back in his stash?
Someone took a contract out on
He
me.
got the Hand of Midas recipe with the help of the kill. A success in my book. And he'll be down for 47 seconds. Already cut in half. 20. He'll be up soon. The rest of HGT forced back. They do have a small lead, but it's been pretty close. And I usually like to check the levels with Riki.
Dire's
He's
bottom
keeping up
tower
there.
is under attack.
Very competitive. Super.
Dire's
Having
bottom
a
tower
super game.
has fallen.
I mean, that's not even a joke. That's just what his name is. It would not surprise
Dire's
me if he
bottom
named
tower
himself
is
after
under attack.
his Invoker play. Riki's already back up. He's returned to the top lane. And he just continues last hitting. He has the Midas now, which will definitely accelerate his gold per minute, even if he's not in lane every single second. He could be rotating roaming a little more, and still stopping by at creep camps. All the while having a little faster attack speed. A good choice in this game by /iceiceice. It is a little slow-paced, 16-minute mark, barely over a kill per minute. Although, Batrider's starting to turn the tide there, in that department. That Blink Dagger now online. You feared it. The initiation. Good thing your hero
Radiant's bottom tower
is
is under
stealthed all the
attack.
time. Running to the side shop. Just picking up a TP scroll, because TP scrolls are super important. And going back to farming the wave. 80 gold going his way. He's hitting for so much. Go to Riki. With the help of that backstab. You see 67 down here. But he's really hitting for 127. Now that he's gotten a few levels of backstab under his belt. And just also with the levels, your agility,
Radiant's
almost
bottom
3.0
tower
per
has
level.
fallen.
Quickly going up as well. So he's limited his deaths at the 16-minute mark.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
2 and 3. He's gotten a trade a couple times. And he's also helped in some of the assists. It's a close game. And he's positioning himself well for the mid-game. And as Riki
Dire's
roams into the top
tower
lane,
is under attack.
we're going to take a break. That's what I would consider the end of the early game. You see it in the jungle. There's a lot of grouping up. Our first team fights are happening. First tier 1 towers have fallen. When we come back from this relaxing music break, more of Riki and VG.iceiceice for episode 24 of 4D.